Hey, it's Chuck Carstensen, Remax Results, video number 6 already in our Credit Genius series. And this time we are going to take a deeper dive, just when you thought we could, a deeper dive into credit scores and how the history of scoring came about and how it's going to affect you even more. So watch, this is a really good video. It goes a little deeper. Check this one out.
Hello, and welcome back to the Credit Genius U Credit Education series. On this week's episode, we are going to discuss credit scores, what they are, and why they exist. Most of us are used to a very streamlined application and approval process when it comes to taking on new credit debt. In many cases, you can apply for a credit card at your favorite store or retailer, and you will be approved while you're still in line. But things weren't always this easy. Prior to today's fast credit approval processes, merchants used to have their customers fill out insanely long credit applications. Those credit applications were then sent to a small number of credit decision makers who would look over the file and manually make a decision as to whether or not you would be granted the line of credit that you requested. Just imagine how much paperwork these credit decision makers had to look through. Unfortunately, this was a very slow process that included having your credit history mailed from other creditors and the credit bureaus so that a decision could be made based upon your entire credit history. This could take anywhere from a couple of weeks all the way to a couple of months. This process was slow, expensive, and often yielded different results from the same creditor because all of the decisions were being made by humans based upon their judgment of your credit history. As the credit markets grew, it was clear that we would need to revamp the way we evaluated credit histories. So it was decided that one single numeric system would be devised that everyone could use, and that's how we arrived at the 3-digit credit scores we use today. These 3-digit credit scores allow potential creditors to have a clear understanding of the risk you pose to them in a matter of minutes versus months or weeks. This allows for a more fair credit decision across the board so that everyone is treated equally when trying to borrow money. It's important to note that you have many different types of scores. In fact, over 100 in total. This is because each credit industry, such as auto, home, and credit card, even employers and casinos, all use different algorithms to create your credit score. An algorithm is simply a long mathematical equation used for complex math. In the case of credit scores, you input all of your credit data into the appropriate scoring algorithm, and you get a 3-digit score out the other side. Each industry values the many aspects of your credit history differently and with varying levels of importance, which is why they each calculate your score in a unique way. If you've ever looked at your credit score online only to be given a different score by a lender, you have experienced these different scoring models for yourself. Well, that's a wrap for today's episode. Next week, we will cover the fastest way most consumers can increase their credit scores immediately. Until then, thanks for watching, and remember that with a little bit of work and our help, you too can be a credit genius.